Montreal cheered. Egos clash. But the moment SmackDown quietly confirmed Roman Reigns is entering the Royal Rumble, everything on this show instantly became irrelevant, or at least dangerous. Because once Roman Reigns is in the Rumble, this isn't about momentum anymore, it's about survival. Welcome to the T Drop. Strom Brew, no soft behavior. SmackDown pulled up to Montreal, and right away, the crowd told us what kind of night this was going to be. And we can just say it in 3 words. Ole, 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 ole. Sami Zayn opens the show in his hometown. Emotions pouring out. French first, as always. English second when he's in Canada. Talking about momentum and feeling something special right here in Montreal. Then Trick Williams walks out and commits a crime against Canada by calling Sami Zayn Mr. Almost. Bold, accurate, just wrong city. Trick brings up Roman Reigns beating Sami Zayn there at Elimination Chamber a few years ago. Sami owns it, but reminds Trick that confidence isn't credibility. Damian Priest steps in, questions Trick's toughness, and suddenly this isn't a promo anymore. It becomes a standoff. Trick cracks Sami with the mic, Priest charges, chaos erupts in the ring. And that was it. Just chaos. Later on, Randy Orton, so not in the ring area, reminds everyone he's done talking. He's here to beat all 3 of them and walk into the Royal Rumble to go against Drew McIntyre. No extras, just violence. Now, somewhere along this show, and I forgot when, they made, and I might as well get it over with, they made an announcement that obviously changed the show. Roman Reigns is entering the Royal Rumble. He didn't do no entrance, no promo, just confirmation. And that alone rewrites every plan in the locker room that most people can be aware of. But I think people were aware Roman Reigns was showing up to the Rumble based on the stuff that is online about WrestleMania. You take it for a grain of salt because nothing is confirmed until it happens when it comes to the WWE. But with this information, because when we know that when Roman Reigns enters the Rumble, it stops being about who wants it most and it becomes who can survive him. Because he is the tribal chief. No one messes with the tribal chief. Cody Rhodes gonna get harder now. Drew's title probably is gonna become heavier if he's the one that he wants to face if he wins the Rumble. And everyone's confidence will now get tested. So, can't wait to see him in the Rumble. We will see what happens. We get a U.S. title match between Hayes and Dragunov. Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov deliver another stiff, physical match. No wasted motions, no soft shots. But the ending stays familiar. The Miz shoves Dragunov, he was there, and he shoves Dragunov from the top. Hayes hits a 48, hits first 48, and the title gets retained. In the post-match, though, Hayes finally realized Miz didn't help. He just inserted himself in this situation. Because backstage earlier, Miz mocked Hayes as part of the everyone is friends era. And now that disrespect is boiling over. This is going to eventually probably turn into a multi-man collision when it comes to the U.S. title. And honestly, it's nice that we get a different thing for the U.S. title instead of an open challenge. So this is exactly what it needs. Michael Cole interviews Cody Rhodes on the bus about the Royal Rumble. Then Jacob Fatu storms in with Nick Aldis and security. Cody throws out the prison line in this confrontation. He throws the prison line and the mood snaps. Fatu fires back about coming from nothing, about being in control now, and about not being just another Samoan Cody's faced before. This became a no filler match anymore, and it became very heavy with story. This was WWE's checking if Jacob Fatu can carry main event intensity, and so far, I think he can. We next get Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green enters in full delusion mode. Monty gear, secret Hervis energy, acting like she belongs in Jade Cargill's world. Jade doesn't entertain it whatsoever. She super kicks her, she power bombs her, and jaded her, and ends the match. Now, there was more to this, but for the most part, this match was a squash match for the sake of Jade Cargill. Anyone she touches at this point is going to get squashed. Hopefully, this will change soon. Because then, Jordynne Grace steps into the ring. No jokes, no shortcuts. She issues a challenge. Jade just looks at her and walks away. Not fear, just control. Jade decides when that fight happens. I mean, in all honesty, Jade is kind of right. Jordynne Grace just got here. What makes her think that within a week or so of coming into the main roster, she can challenge someone for the biggest prize of them all in the women's division? So I guess proof needs to happen. What better proof then is to go through the Royal Rumble and maybe win it? So, potential favorite for some, or potential lookout for some. We will have to see what is in Jordynne Grace's future at Saudi Arabia. We move on to tag title fun. The Wyatt Sixth versus Solo and Tama for the championship. The lanterns appear, stables collide. The match dissolves into violence. Uncle Howdy locks in the mandible claw, only to eat a Samoan spike from Solo. Then Solo uses a lantern and do a headshot. Very cutthroat of him. Solo sidewalks onto the ring Solo sidewalks and wins the match and gets the tag titles back. I mean, they didn't lose it. They retain it. All intentional stuff, I guess, when it comes to these tag titles. It's just a chapter at this point. I don't think this is over. I don't know when this is over. This has been going on since November or even before that. Who knows? Oh my god. This will continue until we get... I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get from this. Next, we get Frazer versus Gargano. Nathan Frazer and Johnny Gargano delivered a fast, technical match with Axiom and Candice lurking. Axiom eventually tries to recover the stolen mask, and she puts it on. He recovers the mask and he puts it on Candice. Candice gets blinded, which costs Gargano the match eventually. I mean, this is the whole point of this match. Nothing more. It's just all about this mask. In the post-match, though, after the win, Candice is able to somehow steal the mask again and runs away. Axiom looks smart for just 2 seconds. Then he looks ridiculous. Don't know what the point of this storyline is. Whatever. The mask work is obviously the hook of all this, but Gargano needs backup if this feud is gonna go anywhere serious. I don't know where it's going. I honestly don't. We get a little promo by Drew, continuing cementing his thing as champ. He does a better job at saying I'm main event, but Drew is always going to be good as a heel. Then we get a women's tag triple threat match. Chaos saves, power spots everywhere. The winners of this whole thing becomes obvious. It's not obvious. It's Julia and Kiana James. Smart booking to get the new ones over. A great fresh mashup. And still getting the big stars protected. In the post-match, Julia talks about winning the tag titles, then casually mentions becoming a triple champion. Now, is this confidence or this becomes a hubris? You to decide. So, maybe, obviously, she's going to be in the Rumble with that type of statement. And she's probably going to push now, depend how the women's tag match, title match went at Saturday Night Main Event. They are probably going to be the next ones to go against the winners of that match for the tag titles. So maybe she's going to try to become a triple crown in one shot. That'll be crazy. Who knows? All right. Main event time for SmackDown. Priest versus Trick. Damian Priest and Trick Williams go to war. Trick hangs. Priest pushes. Nobody can afford a clean loss in this match. But then is what pretty much saves them from having not a loss. Sami Zayn appears at ringside in this match despite Priest telling him not to earlier in the night. Williams taunts him, and then eventually Priest gets shoved into Sami. Zayn snaps because of that and creates a DQ finish by attacking Trick Williams. And then chaos erupts in the match until Randy Orton shows up and does what Randy Orton does. An RKO to Priest, an RKO to Trick Williams, and an RKO to Sami Zayn. Orton stands tall at the show as the show fades out, and we head on to the following night for Saturday night's main event. The SmackDown wasn't subtle. It was a loaded chamber for SmackDown. Roman Reigns entering the Rumble changed everything, and we still getting that simmering between Jade and Jordynne Grace. The Fatal 4-Way is volatile going into Saturday Night Main Event. And next SmackDown is the final stop before Royal Rumble. And I think that's going to be a show that they do at that arena that they built for the Royal Rumble. So, no more almost for SmackDown. It's all about consequences going forward. So, let me know what your thoughts are about SmackDown. What did you think of the show? Was it a win? Was it a loss? Let me know. Strong Brew, no soft behavior. This was the Tea Drop.